go out and about.
Hello, I'm Lisa Merriweather, Tourism Manager for Visit SoCi, our regional tourism program here in Danville, Virginia and Pittsylvania County. I am here to share with you all the exciting things that are going on here in Danville and the county. I'm sure you've been hearing a lot about what's going on. So I've gathered up some of my friends and you're going to be hearing from them today about all the great things there are to see and do. I'm here right now in Danville's River District, so let's go check it out.
Welcome to the Danville Science Center. We are a division of the Science Museum of Virginia, located here in Danville, Virginia. Right now we are in our water gallery where guests can learn all about water and the importance of water. We also have our Go Gallery, which is kinesthetic experiences about force, motion, and energy. We have a seasonal butterfly station that's open through April through October. We have a creativity lab where critical thinking and problem solving through challenges and different experiments and activities. Just a few of the things we do here at the Danville Science Center. We also have Southern Virginia's first and only digital dome theater that shows full large format films, but also dual serves as a planetarium so we can take you to the outermost regions of the cosmos right here in Danville without leaving your seat. We are located in the crossing at the dam, along with many other cool places to check out. We've got the Carrington Pavilion that has nationally acclaimed artists and concerts throughout the year. A farmer's market that has all types of goods, baked goods, produce, all kinds of stuff on the weekends. Not only that, we're a part of a much larger river district. Well, a lot of these buildings were repurposed, redesigned. Now you can shop, eat, dine, explore, and exercise right here within the river district.
The Vintage Boutique is a vintage resale boutique. This is a homage to our grandparents, to the women in our community that we grew up who taught us how to dress and how to dress classy and stylish. And we just love it down here. Danville is just like a fun fusion place to be. We have Lizzie Lou's Boutique. We have Vintage by the Dance, which is a wine store. Kim's Glitz and Glam, which is a fashion store also right across from Ma's Cakes. So that's right there, and that's a good place to shop. Then if you go on up Main Street, you'll see the bookstore, the Dog Ear Bookstore.
The Danville Museum of Fine Arts and History firmly ensconced here in the Sutherland Mansion, which is one of the most historic buildings here in Danville. So the museum is a history and art museum. We do rotating art exhibits, several every year with our collections, but also with other artists from outside of the community, artists from other states. And please come and see us.
In 2016, when we opened this restaurant, the community was kind of barren. There was nothing over there but an old mill lot. And now it'll be the future home of Caesars Resort. If you were from out of town and you came and you went to any bar and you sat down at the bar and you had a drink and some food and you engaged with a guest that was sitting near you, I guarantee that you're going to wind up having a good, interesting conversation.
And now that you've seen all the great things there are to do in Visit SoCi, we invite you to come back and plan your visit. Go to visitsoci.com. That's Visit SoCi, SOCI.com to plan your visit. And we'll see you out and about in Danville and Pittsylvania County.
I believe the culture of press is what makes press be press. When everybody asks me what is the part of press that you're most proud of, and it is my kids. So everybody who works with us is called my kids because I'm the old guy. And the job is to take care of Brett's kids. The culture is the piece that nobody else can replicate. You know, people can do our crepes, people can do our coffee, people can do our cocktails. They can't replicate our culture. Being downtown Raleigh to us has been a really cool thing where, and with downtown just the business clientele, the revitalization of some of the different areas, it's been just a very nice location for us to step into. In 400H, the building itself, they've been amazing partners with us to help us in the start of our journey. One of the fun things that I like to do with our food is to take spins off of different things. A BLT morning, I thought about just a BLT sandwich and what can I do to gussy it up to make it be fun. So we put some pimento cheese in it. We put basil aioli with it. Obviously it had bacon, lettuce, tomato. We top it with an over easy egg and a nice fan of some fresh avocados. And it just comes to life a little bit differently than what a normal BLT sandwich was that I kind of grew up eating all the time. Blueberry and lemon curd has been one of our biggest sellers. We make everything in here in-house. Lemon curd is made in the back. We squeeze a ton of lemons to make all the curd happen. Put it together. We put some Biscoff cookies in there, some powdered sugar, homemade whipped cream, top it with a nice blueberry compote, and it plays both sides, the sweet and the sour. That one's called the BBJ&M. So it's our bourbon, bacon, jam, and mushrooms. So on the bottom of that one, we put brie cheese, then we top it off with our portobello mushrooms, our house marinated mushrooms. We put some arugula on top of that. The kicker in that one is we put some nice crunchy tater tots to give it a different feel in your mouth. We do breakfast, brunch, lunch, and then we close at 6 o'clock on weekdays. So lunch isn't really anything new with us. We needed to have a little different offering in case somebody's like, I really don't want crepes today. You can say, oh, but they got killer sandwiches or they got an awesome salad selection. So we do have a little bit of the other pieces that help lunch go over well. We're still 85% creperie, but we do give people the option just to kind of come in and try something totally different. We would ask anybody who wants to come try something a little bit different, wants to get away from the hustle and bustle of their daily routine of life, come try us out at Press. Everybody is welcome. We want everybody to have a good time. Check us out, pressccc.com. We're here. Thank you all very much.
We are standing currently in the Cole Family Monarch Conservation Center and Butterfly House at the Greensboro Science Center. We have currently 9 species of butterflies. Those change all the time. Mainly, we are focusing on our monarch as we are the Monarch Conservation Center. We do have a lot of those guys, and we're starting to get our monarch caterpillars popping up on our milkweed plants. Well, in general, we have our butterfly house that is the main focus of our conservation with butterflies. We also participate in Monarch Safe through the AZA program. The Greensboro Science Center does donate to that main program, which allows researchers to get more information about butterflies. We also, at the end of the season, do tag our butterflies, our monarchs specifically. They are released, and those numbers on those tags get tracked down in Mexico where they fly to overwinter. To support native pollinator populations, it's really important that we have native plants in our yards compared to more tropical plants. So our little friends out here need their host plants, such as our mallow that we also have in here as well. So monarchs have to use milkweed specifically to lay their eggs on. If we don't have milkweed and other plants like that in our yards, they cannot lay their eggs, their caterpillars cannot thrive, and we need our caterpillars to get our butterflies.
Planting native plants, trying to get rid of your invasive plants and replacing them with bee balm, coneflowers like this, anything, mallow plants, things like that are awesome. So if you can get native plants in your garden, you can also have a healthy ecosystem. So anytime you can plant milkweed, any kind of things like that, pit stops for our pollinators as they're migrating, it's so important. So invasive species really take over our landscapes, like English ivy is a big problem, wisteria, and what they'll do is they'll take over your garden, and then the natives will not be able to get the sun that they need, the soil, things like that. So they really need to be pulled. It is a battle, but it's a battle worth fighting. So I definitely recommend trying to get them and getting those native plants in your garden. We're talking all about education and learning about pollinators. I'm going to plug a few books here. This is great because it just tells you about the butterflies here in the Carolinas. So you don't have to worry about the ones in other states. It's really focused on this. Another one was actually written by one of our volunteers, Raising Monarchs. So if you're interested, it's valuable. It has so many great tips on raising monarchs and just good butterfly information in general. This is another great one that I was reading when I knew I was going to be involved with the butterfly garden, The Language of Butterflies. Oh my gosh, another amazing one. And then 2 of these from Doug Tallamy. Oh, if you want to get into native planting, this is the one to do. These are my 2 favorite books that I highly do recommend too, if you want to help pollinators and just wildlife in general. Our butterfly house is open daily, 10 to 5, and it's open until September 15th. So you've got a little more time to get in here and enjoy all our butterflies here. And if you want more information about our butterfly house, you can go to greensboroscience.org.
You got the wake boats that love to get out here and do wakeboarding and wake surfing and kneeboarding and all of that fun stuff.
NCFC Youth is fun. We are here to provide youth soccer opportunities to kids across the Greater Triangle area from ages 2.5 to 19. And we have been here since 1974. We were founded as the Capital Area Soccer League, and in 2017, we rebranded to North Carolina FC Youth after a collaboration with Triangle Football Club Alliance, which was a neighboring youth club in the Durham, Chapel Hill area, and with a partnership with the North Carolina Football Club professional teams. And so we have, for 50 years, been providing youth soccer opportunities for kids of all abilities, all ages, all levels, and we maintain a commitment to make sure that soccer is accessible to everyone, regardless of their physical ability, their financial situation, geography. We just want to make sure that kids have the opportunity to learn and grow through participation.
It's really about providing an environment for the kids, having fun, seeing them grow, not just as players on the field, but also like you see them go on and play at high levels in the sport, and it's so rewarding. It's about being consistent with them having fun. You've got to remember that. It's a competitive sport that we play in. Some of these kids never want to play at higher levels, they just want to play with friends. So you have to recognize that and just make sure you develop a plan for each individual so it's right for them.
And I think celebrating 50 years gives us the opportunity to have some gratitude for all those people who came before us, for those people that were passionate in the 1970s and just wanted a place for their kids to play, for those same volunteers who show up today to give back to the game, to give back to their kids, and to give back to kids who aren't their own and who just love to teach and to coach.
You can have a positive impact on kids by volunteering. There's been hundreds of thousands of kids that have come through this program in the last 50 years, thousands of coaches, practices and games, and NCFC has a tremendous support community in place in the office with our dedicated office staff.
We have a top soccer program that is specific for athletes with special needs that has grown tremendously over the past couple years. We're in 2 locations with 5 sessions and 150 athletes that are paired with peer buddies to get the support they need on the field. We have a La Liga program that really reaches into the Hispanic and Latino communities to help remove those barriers that might prevent them from playing at the club level. And then we also provide financial aid throughout the year that we have really committed to in this 50th anniversary. We have pumped it out, we have made sure that everyone knows that it's available, and we can see that the demand for financial aid is increasing. We expect to distribute more than $500,000 this year in financial aid. As we go into the summer season and look ahead to the fall, we are inviting anyone who would like to play soccer to come join us in the fall of 2024. Registration is open now. We also have some summer camps, but you can sign up today for fall 2024 soccer at ncfcuyouth.com.
Welcome to North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences and Amazing Pollinators. This special exhibition is fun for the entire family. It is an immersive, fun game environment. You'll get to come and put yourselves in the wings of a pollinator. You'll get to play games where you get to take on the role of many different types of pollinators. You'll get to explore their environment. It's a wonderful survival game. You get to see what sort of challenges these pollinators face in their daily lives and see whether you survive the day or not. It's a lot harder than you think.
So pollinators are the animals that move pollen for the plants. And plants can't move, so they bribe the animals with the nectar, and then the pollen allows the plants to reproduce and make fruit. North Carolina has a lot of different plant species, and many of them make flowers and then make fruit. And each one of those has a different set of pollinators. So we have an incredible diversity, especially of insects, but also birds and some mammals that are moving certain species of pollen from one plant to the other, which allows the plant to make fruit and reproduce so that we have plants again next year.
We have wonderful playable experiences. There are things to do here for all ages. incredible activities for adults. You can have twists on your standard parlor games, but from a pollinator's point of view. You'll have opportunities to understand and explore the world of pollination. There are many things that pollinators do for us that we don't even realize. You'll get a chance to understand what these animals do and how you can help them. Things that you can do in your own home, things you can do in your own backyard to help our pollinators thrive and survive.
There's so many different species of plants and animals that are interacting in pollination that there are tons and tons of interesting stories that we've learned about how the natural world works, and we're trying to share that here in the exhibit. I think it's really important that people understand that you can't just have the plants out there and think that you're going to have a healthy environment. You also need the animals, and a lot of these are insects. And often people think bugs are bad, but bugs are not bad. They're critical. We're not going to have a healthy environment without the insects to help with the pollination.
Amazing Pollinators is open now until September 29th. Come check out this immersive maze experience. It's free for museum members, or get tickets at naturalsciences.org/pollinators.
La Carniceria is my family's butcher shop. La Carniceria translates to butcher shop. My father, he's a 5th generation butcher. His great-grandpa was a butcher, his dad was a butcher, he's a butcher, and now it blended to me. I like to tell people that I basically was born in a butcher shop. My parents own butcher shops in Mexico, and then unfortunately they had to close due to the economy of the country, so we had to move over here and start from zero. We like to say that we're a full service because we offer help to the community, customer service, pricing, and quality. I like to push our pork because our pork, we get it from local farmers here in North Carolina. So all of our pork is sourced locally. The beef is our top seller, but everybody comes for the quality of the pork. We have beef chorizo, pork and beef chorizo, and then we have an Argentinian chorizo. My favorite chorizo is the Argentinian chorizo because I make that one from scratch myself. Whatever we have up here is just what the grab and go basically for us. All the work is done behind the scenes, and every steak is cut to order here. So anything that you see here, you don't have to take the whole thing. You just grab it, take it to the butcher, say, let's say, I want this much of it, give it to me, or I want the whole thing and cut it this way, and we cut it exactly how you want. We can recommend the way we would cut it or the way it's traditionally cut, but we will do it because every country is different, you know? A lot of people don't know that you can use eye of the round in tacos. Like you can cut it into small cubes, mix it with sirloin steak or any other type of steak, and for different texture and flavor. New York strip, T-bone steak, those are my favorite. And those are also the ones I push to our customers because they're my favorite and I feel like they would like them. And then when I see them come back, it's like, give me exactly what you gave me last week. Our customers always come back. They drive up to an hour and a half, 2 hours just to come see us over here. And they're like, you know what, give me a whole loin and cut it this way. And I think that's why they keep coming back over here because we personalize cuts to their liking. Well, I invite everybody to come see us at La Carniceria on 2223 New Hope Church Road, Raleigh, or visit our website, lacarnicerianc.com. Also follow us on Instagram or Facebook at La Carniceria NC.
It's better in person here at Hyco Lake. You have a beautiful taste of heaven, calm waters, lots of land, tons of boats, tons of places to hang out. You don't want to miss coming here and hanging out with us here at Hyco Lake. This lake is actually a wildlife lake, so it's actually open game land, so you can actually come out and do all of your local hunting and fishing. There's actually spots on the lake that allow you to hunt and hunt legally, which is really cool because we can Get into the duck hunting season, we can get into the deer. It is also open for all of your local game fishing. Tons of fishing boats and bass boats are out here on a regular basis, just hitting the waters up and having a good time on the lake fishing. You got your normal lake activities. You got the wake boats that love to get out here and do wakeboarding and wake surfing and kneeboarding and all of that fun stuff, pulling tubes. We have the local pontoon boats that are out that are pulling tubes around, riding around with like a living room on the water and couches and just enjoying the atmosphere and the lake and everything that Hyco has to offer here in person. Even if you don't even own a boat and you want to kayak, we have tons of calm water. As you can see, it's a beautiful lake for everybody of all atmospheres, of all interests. Come check us out.
I love this place. It's growing up in central New York. This is so much better, much prettier. The weather's better, the sun's always out, and the lake is peaceful. My wife and I, we have several different types of kayaks and paddle boards, but the best thing is just how peaceful it is. The lake is smooth most of the time. It is a paddler's haven.
Tiki Tours USA. We started about a year ago, and our mission is just to take you out on Hyco Lake or Bugs Island Lake in Virginia and have a good time. We run hour-and-a-half-long tours. You come on, we play music, you can party out there. If it gets too hot, we got umbrellas we can put up, and it's just a good time on the water. You do bring your own alcohol or drinks and food, and we provide ice and cups. The good thing about being out on the water is you always got a breeze. So it's nice and cool, doesn't matter what the temperature is, you always got the air moving. Remember, it's always better in person.
Well, Bowie's Restaurant, which is actually the only restaurant on Hyco Lake that you can access by car or by boat, has been a staple here for a few years now, and it's a very good restaurant. They have very good food. It's very good for Hyco Lake. I would say just come up here for the day. We offer day passes to come into the campground and well, mainly into the recreational area. Our office is open 7 days a week. So if you got any questions, they will be happy to help you with whatever you're looking for, especially here at the campground or on the lake. To learn more about the lake and Person County, go to itsbetterinperson.com.